Hi folks, I'm Amy. We're up here at the Northwest Carnival Initiative and today we're going to learn how to make a spiderweb poncho, and my model here is Ruby and she's doing a fantastic job. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. Okay, thanks. So folks, now I'm going to show you how to make the cobweb poncho. So these are the things you need. Again, hopefully you have all these things in your house to make it nice and easy for you. So I've just got an old white sheet, your measuring tape, some fabric scissors or very sharp scissors. You want your pencil with some blue tack and some string to make a big compass. Then you're going to need your little compass. We have some big thick black markers, a ruler, a meter stick if possible. If you can't get a meter stick, maybe a spirit level. You just need something with a long straight edge. So spirit level is also good. If you can't get that, you can use like the straight edge of a cardboard box is just as good. But yeah, anything you can find with a big long straight edge, and then a little saucer or plate. So I'll just move these things over to the side so we're going to start. So the first thing you want to do is you want to measure how long you want your poncho to be. So on your model, you want to measure from the nape, which is this part of your throat here. So your nape is where your t-shirt line would normally be. So you measure just from your nape down as long as you want it to be. So I'm going to make this for my son. So I was going to make it 25 inches long. So he's only 3, so that should nearly be down to the floor for him. But when I measure out now my fabric, I'm gonna add an extra 5 inches, so that gives us a bit of room to play with. So we'll say that we need the piece of fabric that you're going to take from your sheet needs to be 60 by 60. So this is what you're going to end up with. Now, so this is one that I've already cut and it's folded over. So if you can see, and then it's folded over again like that. So that is 60 by 60. Now you want to take it over and iron it down the front into a square. So basically now where your line is folded, where that's folded over here, that is going to be your center front. So this is where you want to be making your measurement of 25 inches. And then across the top, where it's also folded, this is going to be along from your shoulder down to your arm. And then at the side here, these are just all your raw edges. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 raw edges. So you're going to start by using a compass. So we use the little compass first. So we're going to start by making a little circle here. So that's for where your head's going to fit through. So, but we don't cut that until the very end, and you want to make it small because you want it to be tight up to the neck. And what we'll do in order to get the head in is we'll cut a little slit in the back. So we'll make it, say we'll do it about 2 inches. You want to get your ruler and measure about 2 inches like that. And then you want to put your compass at the top point of your fabric, and you're going to measure a little hole that's about 2 inches wide. Now you use a marker then to draw it in so you know where it is. Now you're always better to start with it smaller because you can make it bigger later, but if it's too big it's really hard to make small again. So then you're going to measure down your 25. So that's going to be from your nape down to the length that you want it to be. So we're going to do 25 inches, just down to there. Now, And you're going to take your giant compass. So you wrap your string around with blue tack and you attach it blue tack like that. And you want to start here at the center front or at the nape of the neck, and you hold it like that, and you're going to do now. It's very light there, you probably can't see it, but we're going to go for it with a marker. Right up to the arm. So you've got a big quarter circle there, okay? Now, so the next thing you want to do is you want to get your saucer. So you want to create the bottom of the spider web. So the saucer is good because it keeps it all the same size. So, and you want the very front of your spider web to be sort of centered like that. So you want a point going down. So we'll start like this, and you just take your black marker and draw. So you can see that's my line there. And then, so you use about half your saucer. You start it again, and that's my line there again. Around like that. And then move it up. And that's my line there. Like so. See, that's my line. So you can see how it's starting to make the shape of the spider web. So I'll just go all the way up to the top now so you can see how it finishes. Like so. And that's my line there. So. And then this is folded and it folds over your arm, so it doesn't matter that it finishes just in the middle of the circle, that's fine. Like so. Now, so what you want to do then is you want to cut that out, but you want to keep the marker, so you want to cut slightly below the black mark. You see, I'm just gonna, and it just doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be really neat, just if you see, so I've left like a little bit just under the black. All right, so that's where we are at that point, and I'll show you one I have cut out from earlier. Now, so once you cut it all out, you should end up with one that looks like that. So that is still down the center front, and you've got the bottom of your cobwebs done, all cut out, and this is folded here now to go over your arms. And I've also got my neckline drawn in there as well. So around like that. Now, so what you want to do then is take your meter stick or your level or your cardboard or whatever you have to make a line, and you want to run it from each point up to the point of the neck, but stop it at the neckline. So if you hold your ruler and you want it up to this very tip, but you only want to run the line to your neckline, and you draw it down like that. See? And then you go to the next one, just to the neckline, and down to the tip, and then this one, just to the neckline, down to the edge, and then this one from the top corner down to the tip, and then this one, top corner down to the tip. Now if you are having trouble and you can't get anything long enough, you can just use like a shorter ruler, and draw it on with a pencil first to make sure that you're going right. So if you sort of can aim for your corner and have like an idea that that's where you want to go from, you know, and you can fill it in with your marker then afterwards, and it'll keep you nice and straight. Just as I know everybody doesn't have a meter stick in their house. Now, so that's what you should end up with there. So then we'll go on to the next part. It's where you want to draw in the cobwebs like this. So you're going to use your saucer again. Now, and the way I've done it is I've just slightly overlapped my saucer over the edge like this and lined it up here and just around like that, and then again slightly over the edge here, line it up like that, and again here like that. And then you do the same here for these ones. So you slightly overlap it and join it up. Slightly overlap it and join it up. To slightly overlap is just to give it the right position. And slightly overlap it and join it up. Now, and these ones up here, they're sort of really small, so you can just do them freehand. Now, so that's what you're going to have now on one side. So if you flip it over, then you're going to just repeat the same here. Now obviously you haven't drawn in your marker here for this, but if you want, you can use the plate to draw it in, or you can just go around slightly around the edge and draw it in like that. You know, going in a little bit from the edge, so I can't see because there's too many layers there. You know, if you go in slightly a little bit from the edge, and you can just draw it freehand around. Or you can use your plate if you find it easier. So, and then you just, exact same thing, draw in your 2-inch neckline and then draw your lines up to the center. Use your plate to draw in the cobweb pieces. So then what you'll have then when you open it up is that you will have two, so that'll be your front. Once you've drawn all this, then you'll have your front piece. So then you should be able to flip it over. And I know you can't actually probably see it in the camera, but you can actually see the lines through. So you just again go around, follow the lines around like this, and then you can see, like I can see my neckline there. So I'm just going to draw that in, and then you can see that the line starts there, line starts there, line starts there, line starts there, and you just draw them back down the same way. And then again you can use your plate to fill in the little pieces. So then you should have an entire piece that has cobwebs on it. But then we want to draw on our little spiders. So I've actually drawn like 3. I'll show you the one that I've done already, and I'll show you how to do it. So that's the finished one. That's the finished one there. So I've drawn like 3 spiders. What have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 spiders on each side. And I've just drawn them freehand, and they're really simple. I'll show you how to do them now. So you want to start with the eyes. So you do 1 circle for the first eye, and then you're going to join on a circle for the second eye, and then you're going to do little eyeballs. And then you're just going to start drawing little lines. All over the place. You have to do them sort of like in all different directions. The marker's kind of running out actually. Use this marker. Here we go. That's a bit better. No. So you just make them as fuzzy as you want them to be, and then just make sure that he's nice and dark and around the eyes. Fill in the eyes. Alright, and then to do the legs, you can just, so a spider has 8 legs, so you do 4 on each side. So we just do one up and out and down, out and down, out, down, and so and that's what he looks like. So 5 on each side, and then the last thing we'll do is cut out the neck hole, but I'll show you how to do that when we're actually putting it on the model. So basically we'll just cut this out, and then when we're placing it on our model, we'll put it over her head, and then if it won't fit over because you want it to be nice and tight, we'll just put a little slit down the back, and we'll use a pin just to hold it in place. So yeah guys, have fun with that. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial of Incy Wincy Spider's spider web, and thanks very much. Bye.